concerning the content of a petition submitted to the President leveling serious allegations of misbehavior, incompetence, cronyism, and corruption against the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Charlotte Osei. We have also noted the response of the chairperson, especially the allegation of corruption, diversion of public funds into private accounts, and financial malfeasance and the likes, which is all over the news and the media outlets. The raging controversy began when the EC chairperson caused IOCO to investigate some of the officials of the EC over the loss of 480,000 Ghana cedis from the Commission's endowment fund. As part of the investigation, the officials, including the deputy chairperson in charge of finance administration, Mr. Georgina Opukwa-Mankwa, were directed to proceed on leave. A few days ago, the IOCO investigations were made public. Marcel Pokwajiman, acting as a lawyer for some unnamed workers, we say unnamed workers because as of now, we have no idea of the workers who hired Council Marcel Opokwajiman to initiate his action. These unnamed workers of the EC submitted a petition to the President of the Republic of Ghana, which was under Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution for the removal of Mrs. Charlotte Osei as chairperson of the Electoral Commission. In the 29-point petition, it was alleged that Mrs. Charlotte Osei single-handedly negotiated a contract with a vendor without the involvement of the members of the Commission, not even her deputies. She then awarded the contract to the tune of $21,999,592 without going through tender, which is contrary to the Procurement Act. The chairperson then re-awarded these contracts without approval from the Commission. It was further alleged that Mrs. Osei compromised the independence and neutrality of the Commission by arranging for a 2015 V8 Land Cruiser with registration number WR229115 from the Office of the President for use as her official vehicle without going through the procurement process or recourse to the Commission. The aggrieved workers also alleged that Mrs. Osei unilaterally awarded a contract to the tune of 3.9 million Ghana cedis for demarcation and partition of the said office complex without cost to the Commission, and further engaged in cronyism by awarding a contract to the tune of $14.31 million to her cronies for the construction of prefabricated register offices without recourse to the Commission. These are the allegations that were leveled against Ms. Charlotte Osei, which led to lawyer Opokwa-Mankwa petitioning the President for her removal. In the course of these discussions and confusions, the waters were further muddied when Mrs. Charlotte Osei also fired back some few days earlier. A few days ago, the chairperson of the EC put in the media a 15-page response to all the allegations contained in the petition. In her response, she also leveled serious allegations bordering on criminality against her two deputies. For example, in her response 6, she alleged that the two deputies signed 2 contracts with STL, the famous STL, on the 6th of May 2015 for an amount of $22.3 million US, and another one $16.4 million to BVD, respectively. In fact, in her response, she attacked the documentations. AFAG is quoting them, and if you check her response, you'll find those documentations to cross-check her credibility. Letters were written to the PPA, that's Public Procurement Authority, on the 15th of May, seeking permission for sole sourcing after a contract has been signed. Per the processes that have been aligned by the Procurement Act, you seek for clarification for the PPA before you award contracts. But in her response, she accused the deputies of awarding the contracts before going to PPA for clarification on the contracts being awarded. And of course, if you look at the figures involved, the contracts which were awarded were above the threshold of the commission. It means that if she has a point to make concerning the deputies flouting the Procurement Act, which she believes is a criminal act. The contracts contain, she further alleged that the contracts contain no price breakdown and were signed against the 2016 budget of the Commission, which at the time that it was being signed were unknown and not even presented to Parliament for approval. We know that the EC's money comes from consolidated account or monies from Parliament. So for them to award a contract without an okay from Parliament and without even not knowing how much they were receiving per year from Parliament was something she, in her opinion, her deputies flouted the law. But the question is that while the deputies sign a contract without her approval, this brings to question the issue of her leadership and capacities. The chairperson informed the deputy chairperson of breaches of law in connection with these contracts. According to her, when the issue came up, she informed them. The deputy operations confirmed the illegalities in an email and also confessed his lack of knowledge of procurement processes. The chairperson abrogated the contract in August 2015 and requested the finance department to renegotiate with STL and to rectify the contract award processes. Upon receipt of the consent of PPA to sole sourcing, she engaged consultants to advise the Commission on the real needs of the Commission regarding the BVR contracts and the review of protocols submitted by STL. What she's trying to say here, AFAG is trying to present a balanced opinion. So I will come to our conclusions and our recommendation. That when the issue was brought to her, she did what was right by cancelling the contract and asking a BVR to renegotiate for better terms. The consultants confirmed the commissions should spend a maximum of 7.2 million Ghana cedis, which means that she's saving the nation about $50 million. That is something that we should maybe clap for her if we want to. The chairperson signed a new contract of STL for BVR services for 2016 election at the tune of $3.9 million. Interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, STL has not complained about abrogation of the contract. It is amazing that persons who scheme to cause a loss to the state, flout procurement laws to impunity, can then accuse another of acting illegally.
She said.
Yes. So she believes that from what she has done, she saved the nation an amount. So for those who would have caused the financial loss to turn around to accuse her is something that she believes is not right in her opinion, and that she is in the right, and they are attacking her because she's trying to do the right thing. We will leave that judgment to you, to your good consciences and selves. When the first contract was signed, no one in the commission was involved in the negotiations, but she claims that, quite interestingly, it is now alleged that their involvement will have resulted in better pricing for the commission. She further alleged that the deputy chairperson operations collected funds above 6 million Ghana cedis in cash from some political parties for the organization of party primaries without recourse to the structures of the commission and without involvement of the finance department of the commission. These are part of her allegations and responses. Political party primaries were treated as a private commercial project by the deputy chairperson operations, with funds paid directly into the personal accounts of key staff members for the functions to be performed. We believe that if that is the case, then the call for Yoko to set in is in the right order, and that she has made serious allegations which need to be investigated.
Also to add, yes, and also to add before the reader continues, she brings the debate of political parties breaching a certain practice expected in the public, in dealing with the public institution. Why would we have to pay monies to a personal account, because all political parties are potential governments in waiting. So if you can breach such a practice, then we cannot trust you if power is given to you. And we feel this is a bad precedent for every organized country under a democratic dispensation. For a political party, there's some people want the press to take note that you don't leave any political party off the hook for God and country. All right, yeah.
Yes. But unsurprisingly, Mr. Amadou Sule, who is at the center of this allegation, has also, he's in charge of operations, has denied these allegations leveled against him. He told the media, and we quote, "I want to assure you that that is not true. I have all the documents, and I'm going for a legal advice." So the saga seems to be a running issue. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, here's AFAG's concerns. The Alliance for Accountable Governance is troubled by the accusations and counter-accusations bedeviling the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission is a sacred democratic institution which must be protected and which must always live above board. The Electoral Commission of Ghana has so far played a critical role in our democratic journey since the beginning of the Fourth Republic. It is an institution which thrives on the public integrity. It is a body that requires public confidence, support, and credibility in the discharge of its work. The raging controversy has generated massive public outcry and interest, which must be checked and acted up and addressed. Despite the fact that the 1992 Constitution, Article 46, grants independence to the Electoral Commission, the same Constitution grants the President the power under Articles 278 to set up a commission of inquiry in any public interest matter. And AFAG deems that this issue is a public interest matter which the President needs to act upon. We recognize that the petition presented by the unnamed workers has started a removal process under Article 146, calling on the President to set up a commission of inquiry into the entire affairs of the EC. According to the Supreme Court case ruling in the case of Asare versus the Attorney General, the good justices ruled that the President has powers to commission an inquiry to ascertain the truth or otherwise of all issues that border on public interest. There is no doubt that this raging controversy at the Electoral Commission has generated huge public interest, which requires a presidential commission of inquiry. We are calling for a full state media coverage of the proceedings of the proposed commission of inquiry. It is our belief that with the commission of inquiry, the truth surrounding the allegations and counter-allegations will be unearthed. This will restore credibility and public confidence in the Electoral Commission. Finally, we will caution government to diligently draft the terms of reference and sort of immunities to grant witnesses, noting further that delayed is justice denied. Mr. President, the people of Ghana want an outcry, and we also call for the EC, the three people involved in the EC, to step aside for an investigation to go on, so as people will be free now to come out and publicly give information out for us to get to the bottom of this issue.